Welcome to this brief informational presentation from the City University of New York's Center for Immigrant, Refugee, and Global Health. During this presentation, we will discuss the Community Health Practice Collaborative, where organizations such as yours have the opportunity to host a team of graduate student interns over a 6-month period. The purpose of the Fieldwork program is for master's level students from the CUNY Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy to develop practical skills, gain valuable work experience, make useful professional contacts, and further their public health competencies outside of the academic setting. Fieldwork experiences allow students to develop, manage, evaluate, or lead evidence-based public health projects. Each experience varies according to the needs of the fieldwork site and the student's interests and professional development goals. Interns and host sites will be matched accordingly. Though an internship placement is not guaranteed, as there are sometimes more host sites than students, organizations may apply to host a group of 2 to 4 students. After applying, you will be invited to present your organization and project in the first class, where students will sign up for their top 2 choices. The instructor will review their resumes, transcripts thus far, and a brief written statement about their interests and will determine the group assignments. At that point, you will be introduced to your groups and can start working with them on your project. The City University of New York is proud to host one of the most diverse student bodies in the northeastern United States. The CUNY Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy is no exception. Our graduate students come from a broad range of both personal and professional backgrounds, allowing them to leverage a diverse skill set to overcome challenges and find solutions. Roughly 62% of our student body are working professionals with 3 to 5 years of working experience prior to joining CUNY SPH. The average age of our student body is 26 years old, and 8 to 10% of our students are international students. We will now review the internship timeline and host expectations. Please take a moment to pause the video so that you can read the information provided on screen. Some key takeaways to note are as follows. If you decide that you are interested in hosting a group of students, please submit an application using the form below by the date indicated on the page. We will be in touch to discuss additional details following submission. Number 2, the student fieldwork course will begin June 1st. If you are selected as a host site, you will be asked to provide a short overview of your organization and project to the students. Once they have indicated their preferred host sites, we will match organizations and students to begin work the week of June 7th. Number 3, students are expected to contribute approximately 6 hours per week to their project work. Organizations are expected to contribute roughly 2 hours per week for supervision and iterative feedback. Number 4, students must produce a presentation and project deliverable during both the summer and fall semesters. Please ensure the project you propose is designed to produce a tangible deliverable within the appropriate time specified. Number 5, the final day of the fieldwork assignment will be December 22nd, 2022. I will now present several project examples to demonstrate how our graduate student and interns may work with your organization. Host sites may choose to leverage the research experience of our students at CUNY SPH. These graduate students learn how to conduct rigorous research using quantitative, qualitative, and mixed methodologies. Students spend a semester learning how to conduct community health and needs assessments, which is a highly applicable skill for organizations looking to design new programs or adapt old ones based on community feedback and learning. This example shows how this learning experience may be applied to your organization. A community-based organization has received funding to conduct a community needs assessment, but has limited staff and capacity. After learning that the graduate students at CUNY SPH are trained to conduct community needs assessments in their program, this organization decides to apply to host 3 students for this project. 3 graduate students with the CUNY SPH are assigned to work with the organization. The placement increases the short-term capacity of the organization, allowing them to maintain staff focus and service provision while simultaneously running a community needs assessment with student support. In addition to research experience, students are also taught how to produce community health lessons and training courses. An example of how this might help organizations such as yours is as follows. A nonprofit organization wants to provide ongoing training courses for their staff and volunteers, but do not have the funds to hire out these services or the time to develop the trainings themselves. After learning that graduate students with CUNY SPH are trained to develop and implement health-focused curriculums, the organization decides to apply to host 2 interns. 2 interns are assigned to work with a nonprofit as their fieldwork site. During the 6-month placement, the graduate students develop and implement a trauma-informed training for staff and volunteers, complete with best practice toolkits and fact sheets for future reference. During their time at CUNY, our graduate students also learn how to conduct comprehensive environmental scans and reviews of literature. These skills allow them to identify evidence, systems, and pathways that can improve health equity at the community level. Students may apply these skills in many diverse ways, including the following example. A grassroots organization is providing emergency placement and assistance to refugees following a crisis. They are receiving many requests for certain health services that they do not necessarily provide. After learning that graduate students with CUNY SPH are trained to design collaborative, community-based systems to advance health equity, the organization decides to apply to be a host site. 4 interns are assigned to work with the nonprofit as their fieldwork site. The group of students create a detailed repository of vetted service providers in the area who meet specific language and insurance or cost qualifications. The repository allows the organization to make the referrals and provide a more holistic service experience for the clients, both during the emergency and well into the future. To apply to become an organizational fieldwork site from June to December 2022, please complete the form on the web page provided. Don't forget, applications are due by Sunday, May 15, 2022. We welcome you to apply sooner, as this gives us ample time to review your project proposal and follow up with any questions or recommendations. If you have any questions about this program, please do not hesitate to contact me at laura.hobbs@sph.cuny.edu. Thank you for listening to this presentation. We hope to work with you soon.